Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Yoga with Anna. Me, your self care doula, here to provide you some self care for your hour today. Well, maybe it's just a little bit less than an hour because I'm going to go into announcements. So welcome, and I'm so grateful to be here at 63 Washington Street. Thank you, People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers, for providing this wonderful sanctuary for us to come and gather in. And this is where we gather for tonight's mid-week, mid-vibe check with Matt. It starts at, well, I wanted to say, hold on, I'm just putting my phone on Do Not Disturb so nobody calls me. And I want to announce that the midweek vibe check with Matt is tonight. It goes from 6:30 to 8:30, but don't rush in for 6:30 if you don't feel like you need to rush because things don't get going until 7. So give yourself the grace. If you're here at 6:30, great. You'll just have some time to relax, have a glass of water, and get ready to receive and see where you're at for this week, for this evening. And then on Friday, we actually are holding space. So our wonderful Sarah is back and she will be holding space. And let me describe this to you because sounds amazing. So we're going to have a ceremony on Friday. Again, we meet at 7. Things don't get going till like 7:30 on Fridays. It will be posted on the website. So whatever event that you go to, even if you're actually watching this online, RSVP. RSVP for the vibe check if you're going to go, RSVP Friday, RSVP for Soul Saturday. But going back to Friday, the description of Sarah holding space, her container, will be for a Virgo full moon ceremony. And that's what we're going to honor. So to begin, we will open a sacred container and share our personal and collective struggles as well as triumphs, paying homage to both light and dark. Beautiful. After sharing, we will perform our ritual to release what needs to be let go of and call in more of what we are trying to manifest in our experiences. Finally, to close the circle, we will discuss our experience or anything else that needs attention to ensure proper integration and offer one another some healing energy before closing our container. That is so beautiful. All right, so that is Friday, 7 o'clock, and it goes till like about 9:30. We don't start until 7:30. Remember to RSVP. What I think is beautiful about that is that, again, we are manifesting. So Saturday, we can manifest again. 12 to 3, Soul Saturday. We have DJ Nook coming to spin some amazing music. And so I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday and communing together. And this is where we come together and congregate. So 12 to 3, Soul Saturday, Friday's event at 7, and the midweek vibe check with Matt tonight. So went forward, now we went back. So, and then now you're with me. So welcome again to Yoga with Anna, where I specialize in slowing you down by helping you regulate your nervous systems. All right. So, gosh, there's so much swimming in my mind right now. And I think that we always talk about energy and energy with our emotions. How do we want to feel? We never ask ourselves how we want to feel. And I love that Matt posed that question to me. How do you want to feel? And we never want to feel like yuck. We always want to feel good. What does it take for us to spiral up as opposed to spiral down? And I think that a lot of it has to do with how you're sensing your heart. And sometimes we don't take that close attention to how you're sensing in your heart and asking yourself how you want to feel. Manifestations happen when we put all our high vibe emotions into whatever we in detail want to manifest. It is possible to take ourselves out of a funk just by choosing to be another way or to be in another way. So stress is a physical symptom to whatever's going on externally in your environment. And we are here to help melt stress away. But I also, this is all physical and energetic. What I also want to touch on is to remind you, to remind us that we are limitless. We are absolutely limitless. And that's what I have been tapping into, the limitlessness. When we say we can't, when we say I hope, that means that you don't believe what you want to accomplish. I hope can become I will. So in that regard, I would like you to embrace your potential in believing that you are limitless. Because in your heart cohesion, when you are in harmony with your heart, magic happens. Believe it, be it, embody it. And let's embody that in this practice. Melt the stress away, tap into your breath, and begin to feel what you want to feel in this practice. We don't want to feel sluggish. We want to feel energized. We don't want to feel sad. We don't want to feel in a low vibration. So let's rise together and begin by doing this with our breath. So in any position, whether you're on your back or seated, I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And I invite you to let my voice carry you. Begin to notice how you're breathing. No judgment. Leave the critic completely out of this process. Just notice and be the observer of your breath. Feel the flow of your breath, the ease of it as it comes into the nostril and leaves the body. As you inhale, feel the abdomen fill. Feel the expansion, the expansiveness of your abdomen as you breathe in. Feel tall in your body and then exhale everything out. On the next breath in, feel the abdomen expand again. Feel the rib cage expand. And relish in that sensation as you exhale. Inhale, abdomen fills. Rib cage expands. This time feel your chest rise. And exhale it all out. Inhale, abdomen expands. Rib cage expands and chest rises. Feel tall in your body and exhale it all out. Continue with this flow. Continue with the peace that you feel through your breath. Notice the shift. You are here in the now, in this present moment where you are supposed to be. Feel your breath. Observe your breath. On the next exhale, drop into your heart space. How is your heart feeling today? How are you feeling? I invite you to release any sadness, any frustration, and wrap yourself around the potential of joy and love that you know you can feel. Wrap yourself around the potential of love and joy that you know you can harness and feel. This is where you want to be, and that is a question. Is this where you want to rise? If you're feeling any discomfort, please feel free to shift at any time. Shift your body, switch the breath a little bit, but come back to the natural rhythm of your breath and sense it come in and leave the body. Let your breath anchor you into the potential of the sensations of what you choose to feel. Remember, you are limitless in your capacity. There is no capacity, and you move beyond your body. Embrace that, harness that. Because while you are here on this earth, and although we anchor into this earth with our emotions, we can shift and move beyond our body, beyond our emotions and sensory capacity. If you are feeling any chronic pain, I invite you to breathe deeply and focus on what you want to feel. The feeling of being pain-free, the feeling of liberating yourself from any pain or dis-ease. That's where the invitation lies every time we meet and every time you take a moment for yourself. Change your language, change yourself. Breathe it in, exhale out. On the next breath, draw the breath through the feet, through the soles of the feet as you feel yourself lengthen, feel the belly, feel the lungs and the rib cage expand, feel the chest rise and feel long in your body as that breath rises through the crown, and exhale it out. 2 more breaths just like that through the feet, whether you're seated or lying down. Harness the power of your breath. And exhale. 1 last breath just like that. Harness the breath through the soles of the feet. Lengthen, fill the body with fresh oxygen, oxygenating your blood, your body. Exhale out any stagnant breath that's been in the low lungs. So with the intention of really releasing that stagnant breath in the low lungs, continue to breathe this way. So a few more breaths this way. And coming back to that heart space, if you found that you have left, come back to your heart space. Feel the love in your heart, the capacity of love that you have felt. Feel it through an embrace of someone you love or your fur baby. Feel it, love on it, just as you love on yourself, and come into your intention. Feel your intention with joy and love, knowing that whatever you are hoping to manifest and whatever you are honing in to the future, it's already happened. You're already there. So let's detach ourselves from that future and detach ourselves from the past and be here in the now, in this present moment, taking time for yourself. When you're ready, gently beginning to shift the body. Feel your toes wiggle, your hands, your fingers move. And then wherever you are, take a full body stretch. So you can extend the legs if you're seated, lengthen, arms reach over the head. If you're lying down, gently roll over and meet me in seated position. If you're already in seated, take a nice deep breath in as you lengthen through the crown, extend the arms by your side and reach up. On the exhale, pressing everything away that isn't serving you. Inhale, reach up and tap into the joy and love that you feel. Hone it in and bring that into your heart by pressing the palms together and bringing that into your heart. Inhale, reach up. Let go of what isn't serving you, those beliefs that aren't true. Inhale, reach back up. Those limitations, let them go. Press them away. You are limitless. Ground left palm, inhale, right arm over and lengthen. Switch sides and lengthen through the opposite side. And then lower that arm and reach both arms up. Exhale, flip the palms, reach behind you, press the heart space forward, take the gaze up to the sky. Let that lower jaw reach forward, give the front of the neck a nice stretch. Take the chin towards the chest. And then gently bring the gaze back to center. So whether you're seated with legs crossed or extended, let's cat-cow here a little bit. So if your legs are extended, you can still get into the sensation of extending the spine and finding neutral spine or rounding in, or legs crossed, coming into cat-cow. We lead with the heart on the inhale. Shoulders back, take the gaze up. Exhale, chin moves towards the chest, finding neutral spine or gently rounding in. Inhale, heart extends forward, spine extends up, take the gaze up, and exhale, gently round in. Continue. Do what's comfortable for you. And continue to find the flow as you inhale and extend, exhale and round in. Feel your spine lengthen in both directions. Feel the front of the spine open up as you extend and the back of the spine close as you gently round in or find your neutral spine. In rounding, you'll feel the front close and the back of the vertebra open. Continue. Visualizing a healthy spine, healthy nerves through the spine. And then come back to center when you're ready. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lower the hands all the way down to the mat and maybe take them a little bit behind you and take the right ear to right shoulder. Come back to center, take left ear to left shoulder. Press into the mat if you can. And same thing, right ear to right shoulder. Take the nose towards the shoulder this time. Notice what it feels like to press into the mat. You might feel a little bit of tension, and that's the tension you do want to feel to release. Breathe through the sensation. Take the gaze to the right side, bring it back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Press into those hands. On the next breath, nose travels towards the shoulder, press into the mat. Take the gaze up, back to center, circles with the nose. Both directions. Come back to center. All right, from here, extend the legs if they're not extended already, and gently reach the arms up. And then let them fall on the legs. Slide the hands forward, lengthen through the crown, flex the feet. Nice deep breaths. Hinge from the hips and maybe gently round. Take a little bow and then come back up. Slide the hands up, extend the arms up, and lower the arms down. Take the legs, swing the legs around and come to a tabletop position. Stacking your shoulders over the wrists and hips over the knees. Feet can either be flat or curled in, up to you and what you would like to feel in your body, and begin to circle the hips. All the way around, both directions. And then with toes curled under, shift the hips back. Walk the hands forward a little bit, and then melt the heart towards the mat. Little lowering of the head. Walk the hands back. Uncurl the toes and shift the hips to one side. We're going to swing the legs around again. All right. From here, knees are going to bend, arms behind you, and windshield wiper side to side. Okay. So now we're going to take the knees all the way over to the right side and let them fall all the way over to the right side. The body's going to move. So if you don't have to stay glued to the mat, your body's going to shift. And then you're going to take that left arm and bring it across the body and press that arm, reach away from you. And then bring that arm back. And then you're going to shift the legs all the way over to the left side and then reach over with that right arm. So you can reach as far as you want, or just reach over just as far as you can reach. And then you're going to come back to center. Knees come over to the right side. Reach over with that left. You can even come onto the forearm and that right forearm and reach. Breathe. So you're really feeling it from the hip into that rib cage. So we're lengthening the psoas here. And then walk that hand back. Come back to center, lifting yourself up. Take the knees to the left side, and you're going to reach that right arm across the body as far as you can reach. You can lower that left arm to the forearm and reach. So you should feel a stretch here from that lower rib cage all the way down to your hip as you lengthen through that right arm. You can even press the hips away a little bit to lengthen the stretch. Want to feel that again? All right, we'll do it again. Come back to center. Find the center of your mat if you've shifted, and you'll shift. Take the knees to the right side. Left arm comes over. Reach. Even take a bow. Shift the hips back. Lengthen. And then walk it back to center. Reach for the left side. And play around with the movement. So notice where you're feeling the stretch. Press the mat away or the floor away if that helps the stretch. And then we come back to center. Okay, that's it. Knees side to side. And then swing the legs around. Tabletop. All right, find your shoulders over your wrists. Again, you can curl the toes under or flat. Lengthen that left leg. Square the hips to the mat. And then we're going to turn the toes to the right side to open up the right hip. And then those toes are going to turn down towards the mat. Inhale, turn toes out. Exhale, turn toes in. One more. Turn out. Turn in. And then we're going to take that leg across, ground the toes, and we're going to press the heel away. So we're pressing that right heel away. Come down. That feels good to you on your forearms, and press the heel away. Pull the navel in. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lift that leg back up. Bring it back to center. Square the hips. Point the toes down. Extended tabletop. Taking the gaze at the top of your mat. Shift the weight back to that back foot in shin area and lengthen both limbs opposite directions and bring everything back. Shift side to side and circle the hips to reset. And breathe nice and deep. Left leg lengthens. Toes point down. Square the hips to the toes, and then we point the toes to the left side. Point the toes down. Point the toes away. Point the toes down. One more. You could even take a peek at what your toes are doing, and then bring it down. All right, from here, left leg moves across. And ground the toes, press through the heel, shift the hips back. So you should feel this in your glute, in your hip, on the right side, lengthening that leg on the left. Inhale, bring it back. Extended tabletop. So point the toes down, pull the navel in, and then when you're ready, lengthen. Right arm. Reach in opposite directions. Breathe one more breath here. And then bring it all back to table. Shift and circle the hips. Nice deep breaths. All right, we reach that right leg back out again. Bend the knee this time and circle the hip. I always like to do this with my foot flexed, just to activate the entire leg. So go in both directions and then lengthen and ground the toes. Press the heel back, pull the navel in. Shift it forward, bring that leg back, reset yourself, then lengthen left leg, bend the knee, circle the hip. Both directions. And then lengthen, ground the toes, press the heel away. Pull the navel in, and then come back to center And shift the hips side to side, circle the hips. All right, so we're going to come into our neck and shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in and lift that right arm up to the sky. And then we're going to weave it through, drop that right shoulder, rest your head on its right side. And you can lengthen that left arm forward. You can stay right here and also explore the micro movements, small shifts in the hips. And then find your stillness. Option here to bring that left arm behind you to open up that left front shoulder. Breathing nice and deep. You can also release that arm and take a balance. So bringing this hand underneath, this left hand underneath that left shoulder and lifting left leg up. Pull the navel in and breathe. So if this is in your practice, you can join me, and if not, you can stay just at the shoulder without extending the leg. If your leg is lifted, lift a little bit higher, bring that leg back in. Find your reposition, and if you're ready to come out, place that left hand underneath the shoulder to lift the body up. Reach back up again and float it back down. Realign your tabletop. Opposite side. Inhale, left arm up to the sky, opening up the chest and then reaching through underneath that right arm. Lower that left shoulder, rest the head on its left side and lengthen the right arm. Shift a little side to side just to kind of see where you want to feel that stretch. And rest where you find your sweet spot. Engage the navel. Again, you can take right arm behind you to take an opening of that front right shoulder. You can go into the balance when you're ready. Extending right leg and lifting. Pull the navel in. Feel steady in your balance. Lift a little higher. Bring that leg back in. Lift your body back up. Extend left arm up to the sky. Float it back down. Find your tabletop position and circle the hips. So remember, there's no wrong way other than what's comfortable for you. Do what works for you. You can take it easy or take it to that balance. No one's watching. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up and back. So lifting the knees a little bit off the mat and then pressing the hips up towards the sky and back. Find yourself in Adho Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog, and begin to walk your dog. Press the heart towards the heels. Untuck the chin, but gaze to the ankles. Heels don't have to touch the mat. Just go as far as you can to lengthen those heels towards the earth, getting into the hamstrings. If it feels good to side out here, side out. Pull the navel in. Press the heart towards the thighs, and then lift the heels, bend the knees, switch the gaze between the hands. Walk feet to meet the hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Ragdoll here. Allow the upper body to feel nice and heavy. Release the arms. Maybe in each hand, grab an elbow, opposite elbow. Take a sway if you'd like. Bend the knees as much as it's comfortable for you. You can even rest the torso on the thighs if that's comfortable. Or just take a sway. A little bounce, a nod of the head, a shake of the head no. Move the shoulders a little bit. Hands on the shins, half lift. Tilt the tail, pull the navel in, lengthen through the crown. Nice deep breath in. Let's reverse swan dive. Press through the feet. Extend the arms up, extend the legs, reach up. Palms touch gently, reaching back to stretch the front side body. Press the hips forward and bring the hands to heart. Take a moment here to tap into your joy, into your present moment. Feel the solidity of your legs as the quadriceps pull up, as your thigh muscles pull up. Feel how your feet make contact into the earth. Pull the navel in and up. Let your chest rise, draw those shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen, stretch back. Swan dive down, navel pulled in slowly as you come back down, forward fold. Inhale, hands on the shins to lengthen for your half lift. And then exhale, plant the palms. Right foot's gonna step back and drop that knee. Inhale, shift back. Draw that right hip back. And you can take your foot to its heel, and then shift forward, feel the lunge. So drop the hips down, shift the hips forward, inhale the arms up. If you'd like, press the palms together and reach back. Find your cactus arms. Nice deep breath in, reach back up. And then lower the arms. Shift the hips back, find your half split. You can walk those hands back and then shift forward. Ground left palm, inhale, right arm up. Lower it back down on the exhale. Curl the toes under of that back foot. Extend front leg, tuck the chin, take the forehead towards the knee. Pull the navel in, draw that right hip back. Shift it forward, bend into that front knee, ground both palms, front foot steps back. Find your plank or variation of plank with the knees down. Inhale, press to your down dog. Shift forward, drop the knees, shift the hips back towards the heels. Sweep forward, tuck the elbows, come to an up dog. And then drop the knees, shift back, hips towards the heels. Nice deep breaths. All right, shift it forward. You can sweep up for an up dog, then press to your down dog. And then walk your feet to meet the hands, forward fold, top of the mat. Hands on the shins for your half lift. Tilt the tail, pull the navel in, and then root to rise. Come all the way up. Let your palms touch, reach back, and palms come to heart. Nice deep breaths. All right, coming into a chair position. Arms are going to come parallel to the head. We're going to sit in our chair. Option for arms can be right here in front of you or hands at the heart, depending on what's going on with your neck and shoulders. Let's sit down, shift the weight to the heels, lift the heart up, and sit a little bit lower. Shift the weight back, ground the toes. Nice deep breaths in and out the nose, seal the lips, and then bring the hands to the heart. Sit a little bit lower. and then forward fold. Hands on the shins, half lift, exhale, plant the palms, left foot's going to step back this time, low lunge. Shift it back. You can walk the hands back, take the foot to the heel, draw that right hip back. Nice deep breath, shift it forward. Feel the hips draw down and forward. Reach forward with the arms, reach up and reach back. Maybe the palms come together. On the next breath, find your cactus arms. Inhale, reach back up, reach back, float the arms down, bracket that front foot. Curl the toes under of that back foot, lift that back knee, extend that front leg, tuck the chin, and take the forehead towards the knee. So remember, you can bend into that front knee to make contact with the forehead. Once you're there, you can either stay there or feel if you can press the knee away with the forehead. Pull the navel in and draw that right hip back. Stimulating a lot here, our communication center, our thyroid, our metabolism. It should sound like this if you have your chin very tucked. That's the stimulation there, the pressure. And then lift the gaze. Shift that knee forward. Ground and bracket those palms around that front foot and step it back. Find your plank. Or the variation here is to drop the knees to the left, to the right side. So we're going to do a side plank. If you are with your knees down, all you have to do is pivot to the right side and extend that left leg and reach up. Okay. If you are in full plank, you're going to pivot the heels and either stack the feet or scissor the feet. Lift the hips up wherever you are. Take the gaze up if you'd like. And then bring that left arm back. Find yourself in plank. I will do the variation. Drop left knee. Pivot to the left side and open up. That right arm comes up. Again, you can scissor the feet. You can stack them. Lift the hips up. And then float back down to your plank, lower both knees. Shift the hips back. Sweep forward, take an up dog. You can lift the knees or ground them. And then shift back to center. Take the knees wide, find your wide-legged child's pose. So option here, or the variation is knees wide to make space for the body. If you want to rest, you can bring a bolster or a pillow so you can rest your body on it. The other variation is knees together, and you can come down for your child's pose with arms beside you, or arms in front of you. So do what feels good to you. My favorite is a wide-legged child's pose. Let your toes touch. Shift the hips back. Begin to melt the body down towards the mat. And if the head is hanging, you want to support your head, so either bring a block or a pillow to support the head so you're not straining your neck and you can fully rest. Another option here too is to rest your forehead on your hands. Breathe nice and deep. And remind yourself how limitless you are. One more breath here. And then let's walk the hands to the right side. You can layer left over right and then shift that left hip towards the back left corner of your mat. Next breath, shift to center. Walk it all the way over to the left side. Maybe right hand layers over left. Shift right hip towards back right corner mat or right heel. Nice deep breaths. And walk it back to center. Walk the hands towards the knees. Knees come together, shift the hips to one side, and take a wide-legged stance. All right, wide-legged stance, bend the knees and just giving a little movement to the legs. Flex the feet, and it's not how wide you take the legs. It's go as far as it's comfortable so that you can gently lengthen and walk the hands away from the body wherever you are. Lengthen and hinge. Lengthen through the crown. Keep the length in the spine. You can even, if you can grasp the outsides of your feet, great. If you can peace finger your toes, let that be leverage for you to lengthen and gently bend forward. Release. Bring right sole of the foot to the inside of the left. Nice deep breath in as the arms rise. Turn to that left leg, to that left thigh, and reach. For wherever the hands land is good. You want to lengthen through the crown and hinge. If you can grab the feet and lengthen through the crown and hinge. Drop that right shoulder down, lengthen through the crown, and release. Arms come back up. Release that leg. Bring left sole of the foot into right thigh, inner right thigh. Turn towards that right thigh and hinge and reach wherever the hands land. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge. Drop that left shoulder down. And release. Arms come back up. Turn to center. Lower the arms. Soles of the feet together. Walk the buttocks towards the heels. And a little flutter. Shoulders back, heart forward. And then bend the elbows, maybe pressing those legs away if that feels good. Go as far as it's comfortable for you. So you can stay right here or hinge, keeping the length in the spine. And gently release. Knees come up, separate the feet, arms behind you, windshield wiper side to side. Scoot to the center of your mat. Reach forward and ground the feet as we begin to descend. Pull the navel in. You can either just meet us down on your back or take the descend with me. Shoulders back. Using a controlled movement. Extend the arms over the head. Full body stretch, lengthen in opposite directions. Reach, reach, reach. Arms by your side and bend the knees. All right. So knees bent, we're going to come into bridge pose. Palms down. Walk the soles or walk the heels towards the buttocks. Maybe those fingers graze. So whether you're here or closer doesn't matter. Just position your feet comfortably about hip distance apart. On the inhale, take the hips up, knees forward, chest towards the chin. Do not move the head left or right. Nice deep breaths to lift. And if you'd like to take your hands and interlace the fingers underneath the back, you can do that. And tucking the shoulders underneath the body, lift the body back up a little higher, knees shift forward, release the hands if you've taken them together and come all the way down. Inhale, hips rise again, this time arms over the head, and then lower everything down. Inhale, lift arms, lift hips, chest reaches towards the chin, knees forward, and then lower. One more. So you could stay right here or lower the arms down, hips down, but let's bring the arms down, take left leg up. Just a little balance and then bring it back down, lift right leg up. And then lower it back down, press the hips up and lower, take the knees into chest. You could totally skip that if you want and just come to your back and squeeze in side to side. All right, squeeze in right knee, lengthen left leg, flex both feet. Draw the shoulders down towards the mat, take your twist. Let that knee travel across the body to the left side, extend right arm, take the gaze over to the right side. There's your twist. On the next breath, shifting back to center, squeeze in, flex both feet, take a full body stretch. Reach for left knee to chest, squeeze in, lengthen through that right leg, and then take that left knee across the body to the right side. Extend left arm, take the gaze to the left side. And then coming back to center, squeeze in, lengthen the body, full body stretch. And then take your arms by your side. Take that right leg, sole of the feet, either on the ankle, the calf, or inner thigh. And we're going to take the arms up. Yes, this is like tree pose, but on our backs. And then we're lengthening, bringing the arms up, pressing the palms together and lengthening through that left leg. Pressing the sole of the foot towards the leg of that right sole of the foot towards that left leg. Let the knee fall open. Lengthen, maybe take cactus arms here. And breathe. No stress. Let it melt away. What stress? I don't know about stress. It's gone. Mission accomplished. It's just you, your heart, your body, and your relaxed, calm mind. From here, lengthen the arms over the head and then gently bring them back down by your side. Take that right knee back to center, lengthen in opposite directions. So full body stretch. And then arms by your side, same thing, left side, sole of the foot can come to the ankle to just let that hip open, can come to the calf, or you can bring it up a little higher to rest on the inner thigh. Lengthen through that right leg, flex the foot, and then arms can reach up, palms can touch. Lengthen through that right heel and through the fingertips. Navel pulls in and then find your cactus arms. Nice deep breaths. So if you feel you want to move your neck to one side, you can. Just notice how that feels. Keep the legs active. And then maybe taking it to the other side. And then coming back to center, lengthen the arms up, palms together, lengthen, reach through that right heel and through the fingertips, and then lower the arms, release the leg, lengthen for a full body stretch, and then bring the knees up to chest and squeeze in. Tuck the chin, maybe a little rock side to side. And then hands on the knees, knee circles, massaging the low back. Both directions. And then take the legs up to the sky. Nice deep breaths. Again, your arms can be anywhere that are comfortable for you, by your side, over your head. And then you can even support your legs here, hands behind the thighs. You could bend the knees. You can bend the knees and pull towards you if you'd like. If you want to go into a shoulder stand, you can. Do what feels good to you. And I want to thank those of you that are watching from home or when you tune in. Thank you for watching, because it really means a lot to me that you watch and that you practice. And I'm always here for questions. Reach out, say hello, comment, let me know you're there. And then let's point the toes and little rotation to the ankles. Yeah, let me know you're there so I can see you. And then float the legs down, soles of the feet down, windshield wiper if you'd like, or find yourself on your back with legs extended in Shavasana position. Again, legs can be any way that feel comfortable for you. You can butterfly the legs. You can take the legs up to the sky, and if you have a chair close by or a couch, you can even rest them on the couch or a chair just like this, or your bed. So do what feels good to you so that you can feel your rest. I invite you to begin to notice your breath. Let your toes fall open. Maybe if your palms are facing up, you can tuck the shoulders underneath the body. And come back to the anchor that is your breath. Feel the abdomen fill, the chest expand, the rib cage expand, and the chest rise. And then let yourself melt with that exhale into your mat or your chair. If it feels comfortable for you, you can place your one hand on the abdomen, one hand on heart, or both, to come back into your intention, your kind words to yourself, that sensation of joy and love, to manifest who you truly are beyond this body. No more pain, feeling the liberation of your body. Relish in knowing that you will have a good night's rest. Remember, you can stay here as long as you'd like, or when you're ready, you can take knees into chest or take a full body stretch. When you're ready, rolling over to your right side and hang out there for a minute while I sit back up. To close our session today. And when you're ready, roll over and gently press yourself back up to seated if you're not there already, joining me with our hands at the heart center to share our gratitude for this practice together. softening your gaze or closing your eyes, let's join our palms together and bring them up to our third eye to remind us how limitless we are through our thoughts. And remember to have kind thoughts and compassion to our lips, to remind us to speak limitlessly to ourselves in kindness and compassion, and to our hearts, to remind us how truly limited, unlimited we are through love and joy, inner strength, courage, compassion, self-awareness, lots of courage, and lots of grace. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you.